Hello viewers, this is Gamer for Life, and in this video, I guess you say I just want to kind of rant about the DLC for console heisters. Now, since last week, we finally got a little confirmation, I would say, of that they'll be telling us something every week to every other week about their current progress with DLC or just what they're doing. But right now, I assume many people at Overkill Software are working on making sure that Crime Fest goes off without a hitch and unlock the special hidden features or whatever that they are going to be providing after meeting the certain goal for each of the characters and noticing that uh, the first one for change is currently unlocked, and I just want to say keep it up, PC players. I know you guys can do it. And when I first saw like what some of the challenges were to get each character to move, 1,000,000 cloakers, 2,000,000 this, whatever, it's like dang. I don't think we can even do that, but I don't know how many total people that play a PC have Payday, and out of the people that do have Payday on PC, like how many cloakers per player would equal getting that 2,000,000 to move on and whatnot. But I hope that you guys get as far as you can, if not all of these special features or whatever it is Rockstar's going to give you. I mean, my gosh, I'm an idiot. My mistake. That Overkill is going to give you for completing each challenge for each of the 4 characters to have something for Crime Fest. But we're looking at the DLC, and I just think it's kind of stupid that we get some kind of a few confirmations on exactly where they are with DLC. Even then, it wasn't saying much about DLC for the consoles. And their message from a week ago really only saying that they're working on the partnering system for Xbox One. They never said anything about PS4 unless it's implied that they do mean both consoles, which I kind of hope it does, because I have looked at the partnering system for PS4 and have like found out it's just as messed up on ours with at least the partnering system, because after going outside of my comfort zone of my favorite dodge build, my favorite stealth build, I decided to try and sentry gun build. And out of the partnering system, got to be messed up a little bit. The one time that I decided to use sentry guns, everyone in the dang random lobby that I choose from is holding sentry guns. I tried to do an ammo build, because I usually do first aid or doctor's bag builds. It's my original build. I decided to try and go for an ammo build. Joined a random lobby, and everyone was carrying ammo. Not even one person was carrying first aid or anything. Just all ammo. And I thought that was really messed up, that out of all people playing, that I joined a heist that no one wants to carry C4, doctor's bags, anything. I'm stuck with everyone that wants ammo, making my build completely useless, and I just want to go back to my original. So out of that little ramble there, I seriously do think that the PlayStation 4 pairing system is a little messed up. How it's probably about the same as Xbox One's pairing up system, but that is just something that if Overkill somehow knows about that I hope they're working on too. And I think it's kind of a pain in the butt that after 3-4 months, Overkill has finally given us something on what they're doing with DLC for the consoles, only to say that they're creating a partnering system. to fix it up better before they get DLC out, which seems good. And from what I can tell, how Overkill releases stuff, I feel like something just simple as the partnering system could be done pretty quick, but I'm not for sure. Because looking at all DLC releases, they easily released at least one DLC per month, uh, even though be it that they may have actually been working on that specific DLC, say the Chivalry DLC, they may have actually been working on it for 2 or 3 months. They're working on DLCs at a rate that they're able to release one every month. Like they could be working on one right now and it won't be available until January or whatever, but they'll still have a DLC for October, November, and December waiting in the wings while they try and finish up one that's meant for January. Something like that. So that's a pretty good thing, but even then, if they stop working on one project when it's finished and release it, and then as soon as it's released, they start working on the next one, and by mid to late next month, there's instantly a new one ready for PC players. It makes me think that they could do stuff quickly, but that's also with just PC. Working on consoles, it is a different project entirely, because even I've thought this at times, and I still think, like, how hard of a confirmation would it be? Overkill would have to get approval or contract or something from Microsoft and Sony in order to release their DLC onto their gaming store, onto the PSN and onto the Xbox video game store, whatever you guys call it, the PlayStation store and the Xbox video game store. And I don't see how hard that it ever possibly be to have a proper contract to get some DLC out. But looking at overall DLCs, I've known about some heists while the PS3 times before the PS4, Xbox One's Crime Wave Edition was released. I've known about some of these heists, and I've sat here and wondered why some of these DLCs that I hear of, you can even probably look it up, and even PCs might know, there are DLCs, characters, heists, guns, all released before Crime Wave Edition ever was released, which makes me wonder why those aren't even in Crime Wave Edition. Because looking at the current character list, I see sometimes on a PC player's video, they have multiple characters. I know there's, I believe, a character called Bonnie. I think she was released in December, which, if she was, makes me wonder, why don't we have her? Crime Wave Edition released 3 months ago. We should have her. But looking at her, probably all the other characters, aside from the dude from the Yakuza clan, the new Asian dude, I think he's Japanese or Chinese, I can't remember, would be the exception, I believe. But looking at heist, also there's the Go Bank, which I've heard about before Crime Wave Edition came out, during the PS3 time I was playing. There's the Go Bank, there's the Alesso heist, there's Meltdown. These are like a few heists that I wonder why they could not install into the digital download or the hard copy of Crime Wave Edition before it was released, because the DLC itself was released before the new version of the game for the consoles, which is like really weird and kind of aggravating that we don't have something that we should technically be having. But looking at maybe 1 or 2 DLCs, I could probably find it as an exception to the fact that I believe the Golden Grin Casino was released about the same time Crime Wave Edition was released. I can understand that not having been installed into the hard copy or the digital copy of Crime Wave Edition. But anything before that we don't have, like all the amount of characters, the guns, because I know for a fact things like the flamethrower and the rocket launcher were out before we um, even got the game for the for the next generation consoles, as well as the Hoxton Revenge one. That's definitely one I am looking forward to. My friends looking forward to the Golden Grin. And after getting some confirmation that they're basically can only say that they will have it before the end of the year, which sounds like a major pain in the butt to me at first first sight, that maybe we're going to be getting it in December, and I seriously hope that's not the case. I even put in a little implication that doesn't mean we're going to release on December 31st. That technically counts as before the year's over. They ain't gonna go releasing it, and I seriously hope they don't go releasing it on New Year's Eve or something like that, all the DLC. Yeah, I also don't see why, whatever it is they have to properly do to give us DLC, why we can't have some of it, if not all of it, given to us yet. I can understand giving it to us in increments. You don't need to release it all at once, because like in any game that receives DLC, a DLC comes with glitches no matter how much the company has made sure that it is perfect and does not greatly mess up the game. If properly created, it will still have some kind of little buggy thing going on for an old heist, or even new new glitches in the new heist that they release, that you will find glitches. So to release all the DLC at once, when Overkill finally has the opportunity to do it, would probably leave a bunch of bugs from each DLC, each heist, each character would leave a bunch of bugs behind that they would have to work out over the next month or two. At least that's what I believe. But I'm seriously hoping Overkill can actually release something in October, because I believe that they've been actually working on some or all the DLCs since Crime Wave Edition has come out. They have been keeping development on giving PC something once a month, but it only prolongs DLC for the console players also by making us wait longer and giving PC more DLC. That means more DLC you guys have to convert to properly fit the consoles for each version of the console, which makes it longer and harder. No pun, no pun intended. No dirty joke. Makes it longer and harder for them to properly have all DLC console ready and released at a certain time. Why if there's got to be a few DLCs like the Go Bank and the Alesso heist that are ready to go, that I think they need to release. Give us something, because many of us that like went V100 are finally grown a little bored of it. I still enjoy Payday, and Overkill made a really good game. I'm just ready to receive more stuff to do. I'm really looking forward to the casino heist and the Alesso heist, testing out the new guns like the rocket launcher, flamethrower, the katana sword. That is definitely a very nice looking weapon. Receiving the new characters. It's all very great, and I believe some of it should be done, or probably is done, and would really like them to release what is done instead of waiting to release it with all the DLC. Because you may have all the DLC currently done, then you release a new thing for PC. And I mean, like, definitely I don't know how much longer, but you do have to wait longer in order to release all DLC, because then they have to spend the time formatting it to fit each console, so that way all can be released at once. If something is ready, do what it probably takes, Overkill, to release the DLC that is ready. Don't release it at once, just release what is ready while you guys are still working on what isn't ready. Eventually we will be caught up, and you're providing this with continual entertainment and not letting people like V100s grow bored of the game and move on to other games, because I'm kind of sitting at a stance not knowing what to do being a V100. Like, release a heist or two, some guns, maybe a new character, and give us a few more infamies. And personally, I don't see why we don't have up to Infamy 25 already built in the console. I mean, built into the digital copy or hard copy, because I've heard that if there was Infamy 25 during only the PS3 and Xbox 360 days. And yet, but the infamies have not changed at all for the consoles. It was up to Infamy 5, and I thought that was all the further you could ever go. Then a friend told me it was up to Infamy 25. So I figured when they release Crime Wave, we'd have Infamy 25 going. I don't see why they had to currently, at the moment, not give us more infamies to enjoy leveling up on, while we continue to wait for more DLC that we are currently denied because it's in development for the console. But I seriously hope that they do. Like I said, if someone from Overkill watches this, because I'm gonna do something like Overkill software and the tags or whatever for this uh, game. If someone from Overkill watches this dang video, uh, I don't want to really bash your game. You guys created a good game, but from what I heard, like you guys are trying to do, you're trying to release all of it at once for consoles when you can. And I know you're developing it for each console, the Xbox One and PS4. But I feel like you should have some of that ready. You don't need to go releasing all of it. Just do it like once a week, release a DLC. Like this week you get the Golden Grin, next week you get a character, something like that. Don't go like, here's everything you missed, boom, in 1 month, on one particular day of the month, because wow, yeah, we're gonna have an eventful time, but we're also probably gonna have some major glitches going on. So the week or two that between releasing DLC that we should already have, you work on a patch for whatever glitches are going on that are game breaking or whatever for the DLC that you released, and then when the patch is good, then you release the next one. Eventually, hopefully pretty fast, catching us up. I don't think you need to release all at once, maybe like small portions, like 3 or 4 DLCs here, there, and we'll caught up in within a month or two, something like that, not 20 DLCs at once. That's just what I think. But Overkill, you guys are definitely doing a good job. I love this game, but I'm not seeing that much of an encouragement to keep going on until we finally get some DLC. I feel a little bored every once in a while trying to play Payday, because I've been through every heist. I'm ready to experience those new heists, those new weapons that you guys have provided to PC, and I would definitely like to try out and play those heists. But I seriously hope and I seriously trust that you guys can release something in October, because it is around the corner. Crime Fest is going to be in October. Right now we're pre-Crime Fest, I do believe. So I seriously hope something is around the corner for heisters to at least enjoy the current when Crime Fest goes on, even though we cannot enjoy helping complete challenges toward Crime Fest, like the 1 million cloakers or 2 million people killing someone with a broken bottle, may not be able to enjoy that, but I seriously hope that we can enjoy Crime Fest itself with all the activities that are provided that PC has unlocked through the challenges that you guys do to unlock stuff on Overkill. But just I don't see why some DLC just isn't available yet, and what exactly is the, I don't know, hard part? Well, what exactly has to properly be done? I know you guys know what to do. But yeah, I don't see what has yet to be done. That some of it is given to us while we wait for the rest. Refresh our gameplay, Overkill. We're ready for those heists, especially ones that we actually should have had that were released before the game itself was released. Like the LSO and all that. But I trust that you guys will definitely work on something, and I really hope that you give us something in October, at the most November. I definitely don't want to go see. I seriously hope that you guys don't have a release all or some of them clear in December, because I feel like I can't wait that long, man. I don't want to wait the entire 3 months to finally start getting something. I believe that you guys on Overkill, if an Overkill person is watching, is I believe you guys are very close to having some, most, or all of it completed and ready to give to console heisters. And I seriously just want you guys to like stop holding back. I don't know what to properly say. You did create a good game, but it's grown a little old at the fact that we can't do anything beyond what is given to us in the game. And I hope you guys find out all the issues of the DLC itself, each heist, weapons, and character pack, a good contract or whatever is properly dealt out for each of the consoles between Sony and Microsoft to put the DLC on the stores for each console and give it to us. I can't wait to see all these great heists that you guys have created on Overkill, and I think this is DLC is definitely going to be very good when we finally get it around, because PC has got to experience and console heisters are ready to experience this too. They look like fabulous heists, especially finally getting to go into the age of into the moment where we get to drive cars. So I hope that works out for you guys, and you can definitely release this. The Overkill can definitely release us some DLC in October. That would seriously be great. But thanks for people watching my stream, watching the video. And if Overkill, thank you guys. You made a good game. Until next time, keep calm and game on.